and namaste. Glad to be back with yet another fresh new episode of Pilgrimage Tour. I am your pilgrimage companion, Alicia Bajracharya. As I always tell you, I'm here to take you to the places where Buddha resides, magical and mystical monuments built by the Buddhists. Therefore, today we have decided to take you to one of the most remarkable features of Buddhist architecture here in Patan Valley. The very important and ancient four Ashoka Stupas marking the four corners of Patan Valley. The Nathan Stupa, also known to be Bodhi Stupa, the southern Stupa as Lagan Stupa, the eastern Stupa as Tata Stupa, and the western mount or the Stupa is known as Puchu Stupa. As it is clearly defined that each Stupa is named after the location it is based. So yes, the Puchu Stupa, which is the western mount, could be the easiest possible location we could find because it is located the street right next to Lobby Mall and the roadside along the Puchu bus stand. So ladies and gentlemen, we have reached to our very first destination, the western Stupa or Chaitya called the Puchu Stupa. Let's find more about it. The dome structure of the Puchu Stupa is covered with grasses with the prayer wheels surrounding it and those colorful and blissful flags encircling the Puchu Stupa makes it more eye-catchy. And also the perimeter of the Puchu Stupa, that is the western mount, is approximately 75.52 meters and in height it is about 12 meters. You go to any holy places of Buddhists, you'll see devotees circumambulating or going around these prayer wheels. Actually, since the earliest time, going around or circumambulating is considered to be one of the important rituals, and since childhood I have been doing the same. Throughout the episode, you'll find me using these words quite very often: mounts, tours, or chaityas. Actually, these are the other religious words for a stupa, meaning a prayer hall, or a temple or shrine containing a stupa. Actually, since the earliest time, it is popularly believed that the stupa contains the relics, typically the remains of the holy Buddhist nuns and monks, and also used to be a place for a meditation.
Legendary Ashoka, Mauryan Emperor of India, along with his daughter Charimati, visited Kathmandu in 250 BC and erected these stupas. The historians have agreed that these stupas might have been erected in connection with the foundation of Patan towards the end of the 4th century AD. But there is some skepticism that these were constructed during the reign of Emperor Ashoka. They were more likely constructed around the 4th century, built on four corners of Patan. These stupas are the evidences to the city's ancient religious importance.
On our way to our second destination, one of the four ancient and very important historic culture of Buddhist architecture here in Patan Valley. Our second destination would be the southern mount or tour, also very known to be as Logan Stupa or Logankel Stupa. Without putting some extra kilos in our feet, we have reached our second destination, the southern mount or the stupa, also very popularly known as Lagan Stupa or Logankel Stupa. As I've already mentioned that each stupa or mound is clearly named after the location it is based. Our southern mount, as you can see in my backdrop, is called Lagan Stupa or Logankel Stupa because it is clearly stated that it is located or based in Logankel. So without a further ado, let's find more about these ancient and very popular one of the four Ashok Stupas, which is located in the four corners of Patan Valley. These four Ashok Stupas are located in the perimeters, marking the four corners of Patan Valley, one at each cardinal points, therefore very popularly known as the most ancient and popular four Ashok Stupas of Patan city. These four Ashok Stupas are historic important cultures of Buddhists in Nepal and worldwide. The southern mount, which is very popularly known as Lagan Stupa, measures approximately 47.40 meters in diameter, falling the height of 11.80 meters. And among the four very important Ashok Stupa, the southern mount, the Lagan Stupa, is the largest among the four. Because of its circular base and hemispherical dome structure, it can be safely said that these stupas are constructed in accordance with the Buddhist architecture, depicting so many important inscriptions and history from all over the world.
The stupas of Ashoka are of religious monuments Buddhists erected to the four cardinal points of the former city of Patan on the left bank of the Bagmati River at the heights of Kathmandu, Nepal. They were built according to the pious tradition by the Emperor Ashoka, Buddhists to attach the terminals of the city of Patan. According to historians, they reportedly occurred rather of the 4th century, such as the city of Patan. Unlike the architectural tradition of Buddhists, the four stupas are circular in shape. They contain the relics of the Buddha. As no archaeological excavation may be made, it is impossible to check what it is. But history also mentions the ruins of Kirat rulers buried beneath the mounds. Surrounded at the base with the crown of prayer wheels, stupas are the object of great devotion popular. In the vicinity of each stupa is located a small covered terrace, allowing the pilgrimage to spend the day there.
Thank you so much. Well, that was a very cooling and soothing tune from one of the teenagers based here in Patan. We are still here in the southern mound, also very popularly known as Lagan Stupa. Actually, the surrounding of the Lagan Stupa surrounds a very beautiful and a neat park, which is maintained by Solutions Samaj Nepal. Actually, a very huge thanks to them for coming out every day to clean and look after this park, to making it more visibly attractive and suitable for all kinds of people to relax or just come for a meditation or sightseeing for the whole day. Actually, more awareness is needed to these kinds of holy places and stupas to take care of the vicinity, to make it more pleasing and soothing for everybody. This beautiful park in the vicinity of the southern mound, very popularly known as Logankel Stupa. I couldn't resist myself to spend a little time over here because the place is quite very much pleasing and beautiful. I just want to sit here and just mesmerize the location for a while. Since it's the month of March, it's quite windy out here any which way. Now we are on our way to our eastern mount, very popularly known as Tata Stupa, which is almost 2 kilometers away from our second destination. We left was the southern mount, which is called Lagan Stupa. What I realized today in our journey is these stupas are tucked in the urban chaos with various stages of disarray. But for the traveler who wishes to get the sense of Buddhist history in Nepal and world, these kind of holy places deserves more attention than what they get. And yes, our eastern stupa, as you can see in my backdrop, also very popularly known as Tata Stupa. The perimeter of the stupa is around 75.84 meter approx and height 10.4 meters. Let's explore more about it. Circumambulating the prayer wheels of the eastern mount, which is very popularly known as Tata Stupa. This stupa is quite different from the rest of the stupa in sense. You can see a square-shaped harmika that enshrines the dome, making it quite very eye-catchy and very much astonishing.
The Ashok Stupas of Patan, although may have different legends, but it is the face to believe that Emperor Ashoka, when visited this place, erected the stupas which represented the Buddhist Dhamma chakra to influence Buddhist architecture. Although the architecture may not exactly meet that of the Buddhist architecture, but it is to be noted that they are of very important cultural, historical, religious and architectural significance to the society.
The vicinity of the eastern stupa, also known to be as Tata Stupa, I see it's very crowded and not so clean, by the way. So I'm going to have a little conversation with the Dai I see here. Dai, hi, namaste. Eta एकचोटि आइदिनु होला. हजुरको नाम?
मेरो नाम झलक लुहार हो.
हजुर तपाईँ यहीँको बासिन्दा. कति वर्ष भयो बस्नु भएको?
लगभग अब 35 साल भन्दा अगाडि आएको. हामी बच्चा थियौँ. अब हामी हुँदाखेरि पहिला यो ठिक्कको थियो. अहिले सुधार पनि भएको छ यो मन्दिरलाई. अब यो मन्दिर 4 वटा स्तूपमा ललितपुरमा दुईटा पर्यो, काठमाडौँमा दुईटा पर्यो. यो 4 वटामा यो एउटा भयो हाम्रो. यही हो.
हजुर, 4 चाहिँ ललितपुरमा पर्छ हैन? अनि यो तथा स्तूपा चाहिँ के तपाईलाई यसको पुरानो हिस्ट्रीको बारेमा के फेस्टिभल कुन बेला हुन्छ थाहा?
हामीलाई त अब धेरै जान्ने अब यहाँ पनि एउटा मट्टार भन्ने हुन्छ नि,
मट्टार
चाड हुन्छ होइन। अब हर सालमा यो मेला लाग्छ, यो जनै पुण्यको दिनमा यिनीहरूमा यो गाई जात्राको पछाडि हाम्रो मेला लाग्छ। यो मट्यार भन्ने त लाग्छ नि तपाईँको,
हजुर
त्यो मट्यार चियर लाग्छ होइन। 4वटा स्तूपमा त्यही हो।
ए हजुर, त्यो चाहिँ चाड पर्छ है। हजुर, सोसियल साइन्सेस बुकहरूमा पनि भेटाउन सक्छौँ हामीले यो चाडको बारेमा। एनिवे, यसको निर्माणको बारेमा तपाईँलाई अलिकति भन्न चाहनुहुन्थ्यो है?
हजुर, यो त खै अब पहिल्यैदेखि अशोक राजाको पालामा रे भन्थ्यो। अब हामी त सानो बच्चा थियौँ खेल्दाखेरि, अब हामीलाई त थाहा छैन। अब हाम्रो पनि पहिलाको घर त अब पुरानो बानेश्वर हो। बानेश्वरबाट 35 सालमा आउँदाखेरि यहाँ यो ठाउँमा कुनै बस्ती नै थिएन।
हजुर, भूकम्पले केही क्षतिपूर्ति पुर्यायो?
हजुर, यो पहिला केही पुऱ्याएको थियो। एकचोटि चाहिँ तपाईँको यो फुटाएको थियो तपाईँको, यो
हजुर
बिचमा फुटाएको थियो। तर कसरी फुटायो के गर्यो त्यो थाहा छैन। त्यसलाई चाहिँ अलिक मर्मत गरेर बनायो। यो सुधार पनि गर्यो अलिकति मान्छेले। हाम्रो यो गुरुजू भन्नेले यो त्यो छत पनि ल्याएर राख्नु भयो होइन। यो पहिलाको त यो स्तूपाको अर्कै तरिका थियो, त्यो गर्जु चाहिँ पछि राखेको हो यस्तो।
दाइ, अब भन्नु त नमिल्ने होइन, अलिक दुःखदको कुरा यहाँको एकदम सराउन्डिङमा मैले जति अरू स्तूपाहरू गरेर आएँ, 2टा स्तूपा, पुचु स्तूपा र लगन स्तूपा, यहाँको सराउन्डिङ अलिकति डर्टी, केही एउटा यस्तो समाजहरू छैन जसले टेक केयर गर्छ, जसले हेर्छ यसको सुधारको बारेमा?
छ कि अब हामी अब पुरानो बासिन्दा हो अलि अशोक टोल भन्ने यो टोल सुधार भनेर चाहिँ हाम्रो यो स्तूपाको तरिकाले नाम राखेको छ। अशोक स्तूपा भनेर उनीहरूको टोल सुधार, तर टोल सुधारको नाम चाहिँ अशोक स्तूपा भनेर उनीहरूले केही सुधार गरेको छैन यसमा। अब उनीहरूले केही हेर्न नाम चाहिँ हाम्रो स्तूपाको नाम अशोक टोल सुधार भनेर राखेको छ। तर यसलाई खै अहिलेसम्म सुधार भएको चाहिँ केही देखेन। तर नाम चाहिँ नि यो मन्दिरको राखेको छ, तर सुधार भएको चाहिँ देखेन।
तपाईँ अब स्तूपाको नजिक बस्नुहुन्छ होइन एज अ बासिन्दा, के चाहनुहुन्छ यसको सुधारको लागि? के भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ? या त्यो हुन्छ नि अरूहरूको लागि पनि 4टा स्तूपा मध्ये तथा स्तूपा आउँदाखेरि वाउ इट्स इक्वल अरू स्तूपा जस्तै ब्युटिफुल छ, राम्रो छ भन्नको लागि के सुधार चाहनुहुन्छ?
हाम्रो त्यो चाहना छ नि। अब हाम्रो अगाडि घर अगाडि राम्रो होस्, या मार्बल हालोस्, टाइल ल्याएर ओछाओस्, केही सुधार गरोस्। त्यसमा सुधार गरेर हामी पनि अब अगाडि बढ्नलाई चाहिँ सक्छौँ होइन। हामीले पनि अब सकेसम्म हामी यहाँ टोलवासी मिलेर पनि केही सहयोग पनि हामी साथ दिन सक्छौँ। पैसा लगाउनु सबै साथ दिन सक्छौँ होइन। त्यो सहयोग हामी सक्छौँ, अब सबै हामी दिन सक्छौँ त्यो होइन। त्यही चाहना हो।
हजुरको पुरा नाम बताइदिनु न।
मेरो झलक लुहार हो। अब हामीलाई त अब सुनार भनिन्छ। अब स्थितिमा त अब पहिला त कामी भनेर चिनिन्थ्यो होइन। अहिले चाहिँ हामी अब सुनारकै हिसाबले चाहिँ अब गणेशस्थान इमाडोल सुधार भन्छ, सुनार टोल भनिन्छ।
हजुर, उहाँ हुनुहुन्थ्यो जनकजी। Actually, what it means that if there is a certain organization willing to help and make these stupa more beautiful in sense of protection, preservation and promotion, they are always ready to give their willing hand and helping hand to make it more visually beautiful and very attractive. Thank you so much. यो हजुरले दिनुभएको इन्फर्मेसन एउटा प्रतिष्ठित व्यक्ति अथवा अर्गनाइजेसनसँग पुर्याउने हामी पनि कोसिस गर्छौँ। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच।
मेरो पनि एउटा सुझाव के छ भने हजुरहरूले 4 स्तूपामा यो स्तूपालाई राम्रो होस्। किनभने हाम्रो ललितपुरको यो 4वटामा यो काठमाडौँ भेटमा 2टा, ललितपुरमा 2टा पर्छ। जुनै यो मन्दिर सुधार व्यक्तिहरूले यसले पनि आएर केही राम्रो गरेर सुधार गरेमा हामी त्योभन्दा धेरै जानकारी यही लिन्छौँ। हामीलाई यो सुधार भएर राम्रो गर्नेमा हामीलाई त्योभन्दा गौरव यही हुन्छ। आजलाई नमस्कार।
नमस्ते दाइ, थ्याङ्क यू। You was literally a kind person.
Lalitpur is believed to have been founded in the 3rd century BC by the Kirat dynasty and later expanded by Lichavis in the 6th century and was further expanded by the Mallas during the medieval period. There are many legends after its name.
As there's a saying, awareness is the bestest policy. From this episode, I'll also like to aware those organizations, those helping hands to come up and help build our holy places, our identity, these stupas, please. The Eastern Stupa, also very popularly known as Tata Stupa, needs a helping hand for its preservation and promotion because look at its stages. This could be more beautiful and elegant at its own. Let's drag our hands, let's put our hands forward for the promotion and preservation of our Buddhist monastery. The 4 important and ancient Ashok Stupas are the symbolic of the Buddhist wheel of right teachers called Dharma Chakra. Each stupa is different Three of the dome structures covered with grass, while one is a white mount with a colorful monument on top. And yes, we have reached the dome structure of a white mount called the Nathan Stupa, which is popularly very famous as Bodhi Stupa. Now we have reached to our very final destination, the Nathan Stupa called Bodhi Stupa. It's also located right next to Yampi Mahabihar. Let's find more about it. And for everybody's information, the Northern Stupa, very popularly known as Bodhi Stupa, is the closest near Patan Square, just 2 minutes away from it. Yes. The Northern Stupa, as the Bodhi Stupa, is comparatively very smaller and complex than the other stupas. The perimeter of the Bodhi Stupa is almost 60.65 meters, and the square-shaped harmika that is constructed over the dome with 13 steps, chakravali, and a parasol makes it quite different than the rest. Ibahithura, the Northern Stupa. This is similar in structure of Swambhu Mahachaitya in Kathmandu. It has 5 Buddha in the Vedika with the consorts except the Tathagata Vairocana. It has a Vedika of 1.5 meters and dome of 5.5 meters in height. The square harmika is constructed of the dome with 13 steps, chakravali, and a parasol.
The MP tourists also say that because this is coincided to the MP Mahabhyara.
Oh.
Of course, MP
Oh.
is means the north side, and it was going to due to used to this one going to the, now the name is Ebetura.
Oh.
This is in the north.
Yeah.
And in the south we have the Logankel Stupa.
Lagan Stupa.
Right? And the lighting of the candle, that's the Mataya.
Oh,
Right?
Matya. Yeah.
This is the very significant jatra of the festival of Lalitpur.
Yeah.
And in any other district there is no more.
No.
And this festival is mostly from the morning about 4 a.m. They go around about more than I think 3,000, more than 3,000 Buddhist temple. They will go around to the devotees to go around. Before one day before, they go in the full stupa at the night. It will start from the 10 a.m. and then go around this. And this main people is believe that if they go in the full stupa, they will make the feast. And if they will go there and whoever had died the people or their father, mother or any ancestor, they make the moksha. I mean, we can get the peace. Also, they take one of the Dhamma also, and in the Buddhist trend and Buddhist that we have, I said the Four Noble Truth.
The smallest stupa, the Northern Stupa, also very popularly known as Bodhi Stupa. The structure here is quite different in a sense. Inside the stupa here you can find a white mound. The dome of the structure is completely white. You can see and find 5 other different small stupas or chaityas. 3 in one place scattered and the other 2 is just in the other side of it. While exploring the four corners of Kathmandu Valley to the architectural masterpiece, the four important and ancient Ashoka Stupa, simultaneously you'll find yourself indulging into the beauty of Patan city. The historic city, also very popularly known as the City of Fine Arts, which has its own culture, tradition and 1,000 years of history. Actually, Patan city is located 5 kilometers southeast of the Kathmandu Valley, which is the capital of Nepal. Like I had mentioned in my previous episode of Golden Temple, these holy structures of Krishna Mandir, as you can see in my backdrop, which was heavily devastated during the earthquake of 2072 Bikram Sammat, now it's been under construction at a very rapid stage, and that's a very good part for us because these are the part of our cultural heritage that has been shining in the international platform. Even now, if you're confused about the location of these architectural masterpieces, that is the very important and ancient four Ashok Stupas, you can always ask the friendly locals out here. Now we are inside the Patan Museum, which is one of the important aspects of highlights of the Patan city, the historic city. Today, as we conclude to our episode, making most of our pilgrimage tour to the four corners of Patan Valley, marking the very four important ancient and historic Ashok Stupas, we were able to reconnect with our history and the struggle of the craftsmanship. I, Alicia Bajracharya, with my entire crew, would like to bid a goodbye for now. Until then, next episode, I will surely bring a fresh new episode to our pilgrimage tour. Until then, stay connected to Bodhi Television and stay lovable. Bye-bye.